Oh, this is bumpy, isn't it?
It is bumpy.
Hello and welcome to a absolutely beautiful farm in Swansea where we are filming an episode of Paranormal Unpacked. We've chosen a great day for it. It's the hottest day of the year. It is beyond 30 degrees now, so it is a bit sweltering. But while the guys are setting up, Ant is doing all the hard work with the cameras, Gwilym is getting ready to be interviewed. It just so happens that our friends who own this farm used to own a shop in Sketty, in the middle of Swansea, well, on the outskirts of Swansea rather, and that shop had a reputation for being haunted. Now, we were hoping to do some filming there. Sadly, they're no longer there. They've moved out of the shop now. But there are some great stories, and Steve was actually there, working there at the time. So we're going to catch up with Steve and find out about some of these ghost stories in this shop in Swansea. And there is Steve.
Oh, you're
Steve,
Mark?
you're the man to tell us all about the ghost stories with Kismet then.
So I helped my friends Claire and Kev at Kismet Vintage, which was a shop down in Sketty in Swansea for a couple of years, just painting and decorating. I love old furniture and all of that. And they took over a shop. There used to be Dylan's wine shop, which was there for many years. Really big building to do stuff like this, loads of vintage furniture, and I helped them upcycle. And after lockdown, when all the music industry kind of shut down, I just give them a hand, and I love all of that. So I remember, and it was a big old house, probably 100, 150 years old, probably seen a lot of life. I was there late at night on my own painting, and I don't get spooked generally, but some nights I'd see something out of the corner of my eye, or I'd hear something, and there'd be knocks, and it's an old building, so it was, creaky, and as the, floorboards are expanding, or pipes, whatever, you'd get stuff like that. But there were a couple of times when I saw something out of the corner of my eye, things would move, very, very spooky. So I used to bring, my boy was about, he's 40 now, so he'd been about 8 or 9. I used to bring him, and he'd sit him in the corner and just say, "Sit there, Frank, and just talk to me." He'd be like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Just..." So then, I remember one night, I was helping them out, and the door, they had like a bell on top of the front door, like an old-fashioned bell, and when the door opened, it would ring. And the bell rang, and I said to Claire, who was standing next to me, I said, "There's somebody," and I looked, and I saw the door open and close on its own, and there was nobody there, which was, worrying. There was a story about Claire and Kev that they just shared with us off camera. In the corner, there's an old vintage, what do they call it?
Over the gramophone player over in the...
player over there.
Let's see if I can...
Claire and Kev were chatting away, and Kev said to Claire, "For the first time ever, I think it's starting to feel like our place, because we'd done it all up." And as he said that, the horn of the gramophone player kind of lifted out. You've got to twist it to turn and lift it out, and just came in between them.
So that golden thing flew off.
It flew off. The horn of it flew off. Anyway, that was another one. But one of the scariest stories was, there was an older lady who worked for us, and we'd be telling ghost stories and stuff because, people were feeling stuff and seeing stuff. And one of the other things as well, one of the best ones, a couple of friends of ours, one was an artist, and she was painting on the window in the front of the shop these beautiful flowers, and her partner went out to the back room, and Ross, the electrician, was working on putting some lights and put stuff upstairs, and we heard a big thump, and Ross came down and said, "Oh, somebody put books," and somebody piled books up just as you come down the stairs. And Claire said, "Oh, Simon's always messing around." And with that, he came from the back room. He hadn't been upstairs at all. So there was definitely a kind of a weird poltergeisty thing that happened.
That's a bit Ghostbusters as well, isn't it? Stacking books.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no human would stack books like that.
Exactly. It was great. But it was a little library room as well. So it was very odd. And then my favourite story was a woman who used to work there, Angela, who didn't believe in anything. She came down really terrified. And the story was that the mother of 2 young girls, they were under the age of 10, went upstairs, and the middle room upstairs was always the weirdest room. It had loads of kitchen appliances and vintage kitchen stuff. And there was 2 young girls, and one of the girls, and Angela was kind of dusting and sorting stuff out in the kitchen room, and one of the young girls turned to her mum and said, "There's a man in the corner with long scraggly hair with a long face standing in the corner looking at me." And she said, "Love, there's nothing there." And this girl was getting really upset and wound up, so the mother went, "Right, we're going," and left. And Angela came down and said to Claire, "I believe you now." So it was just a very odd, and it's now a gym, and I'd love to go in and kind of speak to the people and see if they've had any weird experiences as well.
It would be interesting to know, because like you said, if it's throwing off gramophones and things, maybe it's the antiques that are in some way
haunted as well.
A haunted object even then.
Yeah,
or is it the places, the people? Yeah, we don't know, do we? So.
But again, we were talking earlier on, there was always, running a business is hard these days. There was always jeopardy, the landlord sometimes being tricky, and lots of stuff that would play into owning a business, lots of pressure and stress. So it's never a kind of a comfortable existence, really. You're always kind of working hard. So that jeopardy as part of the... There's some horses behind us there.
Interrupted by the horses.
I hope they're horses,
yeah.
not ghost horses. But there's always this kind of, with paranormal stuff, there's sometimes that kind of jeopardy angle that plays into the story of it, or the storytelling of it.
And what's really nice about this one as well is it's not just the people working there hearing things, and you think, well, if they're there late at night, maybe there'll be the odd creak. But it's members of the public, isn't it? For all ages, elderly men, picks up something, a young girl. So it's people from all walks of life, from all different places.
That's right. And I think a guy came in once as well who was a medium, claimed to be in communication with spirits, and came down and said to Claire on the desk, "Oh, you're not alone in this place. There's a young girl upstairs," or whatever. So yeah, it was very interesting. It was, as I said, I don't get scared very much, but there were times when I was absolutely terrified there.
Excellent. And as we're here, besides the ghost horses next to us, by all accounts, there's some spooky places up the back, isn't there? So should we have a quick wander?
Let's have a little look.
There's the ghost horse. That's quite...
These are the little ponies. There are other horses here. Do you want to go through this one?
Well, I do. I don't know. Are we...
We're allowed, yeah. Of course we are.
Yeah.
I'm going to that other field over there.
Oh, no, I wasn't thinking allowed. They don't look too... they're friendly. They're not going to trample us.
I think they're pretty friendly.
Because that one, that big brown one over there is getting quite tramply.
No, they're fine. They won't.
Yeah.
Come on in. Yeah, babes.
Well, if we do get trampled, at least I'll have it all on camera.
Yeah, exactly. Come on in. Just stay in front of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go this way.
Okay. You can be the barrier between me and the horses.
Yeah. Don't worry about the horses.
Ponies. Oh, what we got a mixture of? We 1 horse, 2 ponies.
Exactly.
Ah, a beautiful, beautiful place.
It is a beautiful place.
So we are... We've got to need wellies for this as well, don't you?
Yeah, I think it'll be all right. Yeah, we're okay.
Yes. Good timing as well, being hottest day of the year.
I know.
We,
So up here, there's all of these fields. They lead up to forestry up there that goes all the way up to Velindre.
Okay.
So that's...
And that's towards Pentlegare, you were saying, is that right?
That's towards Pentlegare Woods up there.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
And very haunted by all accounts.
We should take a trip there. And
Yeah.
But this is a lovely field over here too.
And the gate's open on this one, so I'm guessing there's no wild horses.
There might be some wild ones, I'm not sure. I'm not sure
When?
how many they've got. But Claire and Kev said when they first moved into the farm 5-6 years ago, they used to they'd camp in the field while the old farmhouse was being done, and there were all sorts of weird noises at night. Now, of course, you've got loads of animals up here and wildlife and all sorts of things. But again,
Watch where I step you, haven't I? So, cheers, thanks, Steve. Yeah.
can, maybe look into the history of this area and see,
Oh, yeah.
because it's all connected with Pentlegare Woods, and that is supposed to, it's got loads of spooky stories. And do you know any Pentlegare Wood stories?
Well, I wrote about Pentlegare in Paranormal Swansea, and I spoke to a few people as well. And it's amazing how many they all swear about going there to collect herbs and things, their remedies, and
Really?
so it's not just spooky; it's mystical. Maybe that's a better word, or both.
And was
Spooky.
there a big fire in a house? Or
Yes,
it
yes.
was a fire there.
Yeah, so that's you've got remains there now, so it's well worth checking out.
Yeah, there's like a little quarry bit, which is a great backdrop as well.
Just too quick.
I've always fancied going and, doing a song, playing a song acoustically there.
Well, have you got a song written for Pentlegare, or just
Just one, but it would be good to
Yeah.
write one about Pentlegare.
Yeah.
Like a folk song.
you have a... Oh, we reached the boundaries of.
We've reached the boundary, this
The farm.
boundary. Obviously, you can nip across there. What's down there?
Well, barbed wire.
Yeah, is that a little river? Might be at some point.
Let's have a look.
No, this is the boundary between fields.
Oh, still nice to go exploring.
Yeah, it's lovely.
They're wild. There's just wildflowers everywhere. It's wonderful.
Fantastic.
How does that pony see with you see its not haircut, but with its
It's like rock and roll, isn't it?
Did you find anything?
We didn't find anything. But it was lovely.
If you'd been with us, Gwilym, we might have seen a bit more.
Who knows?
How was the whiskey?
Whiskey's good, and I'm also having another slice of cake.
It's like being at a festival or something, isn't it?
It is.
Whiskey and cake at
Whiskey and cake is not bad.
silly o'clock in the morning. Actually, no, it's. I take it back. It's 1:15. Yeah. There is the water, complete with bench. Are these lucky horseshoes on each door?
Yeah.
Good to have them.
Yeah. There's one right behind you, Gwilym. We've got 3 horseshoes.
Incredibly lucky to be in this seat then.
Yes. You've got the breeze and the horseshoes.
Breeze. Those are the breeze one. I'll maybe in a minute.
Have you got any thoughts on haunted objects, Gwilym, as you're possibly sitting next to one?
I think they're very interesting. I mean, obviously there's quite a lot of reported cases where, and people don't know this, but there's quite a lot of reported cases where objects are haunted rather than locations. Or so there's, people talk about, like obviously there's been examples of haunted cars, haunted chairs, a whole bunch of different things and objects. And sometimes it's connected with a previously haunted location. And people have said it's like the ghost or whatever the presence is has followed the objects around. But obviously there are other explanations for it. Obviously, if you think that such things are more to do with the human interactions, then obviously it's going to make more. It's not going to make any. It's not so much the thing that's haunted. It's the experience is following you when you move. So I said, I mean, it's fascinating that you've got these sort of like great story with these interesting stories about them. But like as I said again, they are mentioned, but they aren't at the very centre. They tend to be more marginal when they're talking about haunted objects.
So the short answer is then you're not too worried about that gramophone behind you then?
The spooky gramophone. I mean, I've sort of like thus far it hasn't started playing.
No, it hasn't
music
flowed off
on that.
yet.
But if it does, I will be somewhat concerned. But then I would also think, what a great asset! I could take this to the goth night I DJ at, and I could
Yes.
get a sort of like get a sort of like a Sisters 45, I don't know if it's going to work. I think it's runs on 78. Can I get assist to 78? Probably not. I don't know. Anyway, there's a series of problems if it starts active going off.
Well, hopefully if it does, Ant will catch it, because that's going to be one heck of an episode of
Paranormal
Yeah,
Unpacked,
so we'll be. Is that where Gwilym's sitting? Are you sitting there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right, well, you're going to be there for a little while, Gwilym, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, there we go.
So, there we have it. And after joking, after moaning about how swelteringly hot it's been, I mean, it is still a heat wave. It is still over 30, but in typical Welsh fashion, the heavens have opened and it's hot, but it's still raining on me. So I've just dashed back to the car. We finished the Paranormal Unpacked recording session. So that video with Gwilym, wonderful Gwilym, he talked about the Hedgehog Man, which I'm not even going to attempt to go into. But if you're a fan of cryptids and you want to know all about the Hedgehog Man, make sure you check that one when it comes out, and I'll be sure to share the link and all the rest of it. But get my breath back after all that interviewing and all that running back from the rain. So thank you for joining me for this sneaky behind-the-scenes look at Paranormal Unpacked. And of course, we finally had a chance to record those wonderful, wonderful ghost stories from Kismet in Sketty in Swansea, which of course is no longer there. But who knows? Maybe the current place has similar stories, and we certainly still have the haunted gramophone, which is down there to this day. So yes, thank you for joining me. I am going to get home and cool off, and until next time, no star.